go to the meeting, there's only like 2 or 3 people from each country. They go back to their country and say, hey, I heard this at the Bilderberg meeting. What do you think? And the National Assembly or the powerful people say, I think it's a lot of malarkey. Take it back and shove it someplace. So this idea that this is a plot that is carried out to 30 or 40 countries and implemented is baloney.
How can you be so sure about what you're saying here? Because it's such a secretive organization, such a secretive group, indeed. How can you be so sure about that? And if it has no influence, what's the point of it all?
Of course these people have influence, and they want to talk about how to expand their power, and we should object to the way powerful and rich people manipulate the world economy to their benefit. I have no problem with that. But how am I so sure? These same allegations were made in the late 1790s against the Illuminati, then the Freemasons, then the Jesuits, then the Jewish bankers in the Protocols of the Elders of Zion from Russia, an apocalyptic conspiracy theory about Jewish bankers. Then it was the Rockefellers. Then it was the Council on Foreign Relations. And a lot of these people who make a big deal about the Bilderbergers really have this closet agenda of trying to suggest to you it's the Jewish bankers like the Rothschilds. And if you're talking about the folks from the American Free Press, that's their agenda. That's an organization that was founded by one of the biggest anti-Semitic, neo-fascist conspiracy theorists in the world, Willis Carto. So yes, I've investigated both sides of this question, and I'm quite sure of what I'm saying.
Good to have you on the program tonight. Chip Burley, investigative journalist. Thanks for being on RT.
Now, that was Chip Burley, who works for a group called the Political Research Associates, which is funded, if you go to SourceWatch and check out who bankrolls this organisation that pays his way, by, you guessed it, the Ford Foundation. Now, the Ford Foundation, as we'll explain after the break, is expert in bankrolling these attacks on so-called conspiracy theories, and will analyse the propaganda that you just heard after this break.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
Are you wondering about your retirement portfolio? Are you confident that the financial advisor is experienced enough to combat climbing interest rates, taxes, and inflation? Stop guessing and go to the expert, Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. When you subscribe to the International Forecaster, you get Robert Chapman's 45 years of experience and concise investment recommendations. Who needs sugar-coated excuses when you can get the cold hard facts and proven investment leads you can't get anywhere else? For a free introductory copy to Robert Chapman's International Forecaster, subscribe now at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. Experience the difference. When you subscribe, you can email Robert Chapman directly to obtain investment advice tailored just for you. Don't wait another minute. Subscribe today at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Aerial spraying, chemtrails, the modified atmosphere, heavy metals and pesticides, carcinogens and chemical fibers all falling from the sky. You have a choice to keep your body clean. Detoxify with microplant powder from hempusa.org or call 908-691-2608. It's odorless and tasteless and used in any liquid or food. Protect your family now with microplant powder. Cleaning out heavy metals, parasites, and toxins. Order it now for daily intake and stock it now for long-term storage. Visit hempusa.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
The Alex Jones Show, with me, Paul Joseph Watson, sitting in for Alex for this final segment. And you just heard a interview with Chip Bollé on Russia Today. Now, Chip Bollé is somebody who makes a career out of, quote, debunking conspiracy theories. He works for a group called the Political Research Associates, who, just by coincidence, are funded by the Ford Foundation, which is an attack dog which transnational elitists use on a regular basis to demonize any criticism of their agenda for a global government as extremist and anti-Semitic, which is a little bit rich given the history of Henry Ford and the Ford Foundation with funding the Nazi war machine and Hitler giving awards to Henry Ford. And now the Ford Foundation is attacking people like Alex Jones and Prison Planet for saying that the Bilderberg Group has any power over world events as an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. A little bit rich there from Chip Bollé. But he said in the Russia Today interview that anyone who believes Bilderberg has any influence over world affairs is working towards a new world order is, quote, a lot of malarkey and a hoax carried out by people who believe in an elaborate fairy tale about how power is executed in the world. Well, I'm afraid Mr. Chip Bollé and also Ian Hollingshead of the London Telegraph, who authored an article a couple of days ago basically dismissing any notion that Bilderberg has power. Those two individuals are going to have to get out a very big plate, put their words on it and start eating, because the big breaking Bilderberg news today is going to go up on Prison Planet in the next break, and its former NATO Secretary General admits Bilderberg sets global policy. And this is Willie Klaas, two-time Bilderberg attendee, who told a Belgian radio station that each Bilderberg member gives a 10-minute presentation, after which a report of that presentation is formalized by Bilderberg organizers. And then Bilderberg members in each individual country are mandated to implement that policy, that consensus on a global scale. So the fact that Bilderberg does set policy at its annual secret meetings has now been admitted by no less than an actual Bilderberg member. Now, in the clip you just heard, Bollé contradicts himself several times, but he basically tries to make out that Bilderberg members take what they've heard from Bilderberg, then go back to their host countries, and even if they raise the issues that were discussed at Bilderberg, quote, more powerful people then tell them to go and shove it. And that's a direct quote from Chip Bailey. Now, that's quite interesting because the Prime Minister of Spain, his Secretary General, and the Queen of Spain attended this past weekend's meeting in Sitges, just outside Barcelona. So if, according to Chip Bailey, that, you know, more powerful people than the Prime Minister and the